Angelina, to your left side. Angelina.
Buckle up, because Blake Lively just got torched on live TV by Angelina Jolie in a showdown that left Hollywood gasping. One savage sentence from Angie obliterated Blake's pastel-perfect facade, sending her into a full-blown meltdown. From times 100 list to a plantation wedding scandal, we're diving into the chaos of Blake's epic unraveling. Trust us, this is juicier than the title screams.
Time magazine just announced the 100 most influential people of 2025. Wait, why is Blake Lively there?
Get ready for a Hollywood showdown that'll leave you speechless. It's 2025, and during a star-studded live TV event, Angelina Jolie unleashes a verbal dagger that slices through Blake Lively's carefully polished image. With one razor-sharp sentence, there's a difference between telling a story and stealing someone else's voice while smiling for the camera. Angelina calls out Blake's shady attempt to land on Time magazine's 100 most influential. People list. The crowd? Stunned silent, like someone unplugged the universe. The vibe in the room? Pure chaos, as if a live mic just crashed in a cathedral. Blake's whole "I'm a Titan" act, built on soft filters and PR stunts, collapses in real time. Social media ignites faster than a wildfire, with near Blake exposed trending before the segment ends. Gossip sites scream, Lively humiliated, while X posts roast her into next week. Fashion blogs ditch her, advocacy groups ghost her, and the internet turns into a digital coliseum, tearing her apart.
Blake Lively slammed for disgusting and embarrassing inclusion on Time 100 Most Influential People list.
This wasn't just shade, it was a masterclass in exposing frauds. Angelina, with her untouchable legacy, didn't need to raise her voice. Her words hit like a sledgehammer, leaving Blake's team in panic mode, scrambling to save a sinking ship. The fallout? Catastrophic. Blake's rep takes a nosedive, and Hollywood's elite starts side-eyeing her harder than ever. Buckle up, because this drama's just heating up and we've got receipts.
It's honestly comedy at this point. I don't even think I'm offended anymore by anything that this degenerate does.
Brace yourselves, because Angelina Jolie just lit Blake Lively's world on fire with a single venom-laced line that's got everyone talking. Picture the scene, a high-stakes live TV moment. Tension thick enough to choke on, and Angie, cool as ice, drops a sentence so sharp it could cut diamonds. There's a difference between telling a story and stealing someone else's voice while smiling for the camera. Oh my god. That's not shade. That's a nuclear warhead aimed straight at Blake's fake woke empire.
Difficult as conditions are, the refugees here count themselves as the lucky ones.
Without even saying her name, Angelina calls out Blake's performative activism, accusing her of hijacking other people's struggles for clout. It's a masterclass in subtle savagery, so clear it's like she tattooed fraud on Blake's forehead. That pastel-perfect PR machine Blake's been riding, it went into full cardiac arrest, crashing and burning under the weight of Angie's truth. The internet? It's a war zone. X blows up with memes, gifs, and hot takes, screaming Angelina ended her in all caps. Fans call it calm chaos, a line so precise it's trending globally before Blake can even blink. This wasn't just a diss. It was a cultural guillotine, slicing through Blake's carefully curated "I'm a philanthropist" act. Every influencer, blogger, and stan is dissecting it, with comments like, "She didn't just read Blake, she wrote her obituary." Jolie's words hit hard because they're undeniable. Blake's been co-opting narratives, slapping filters on pain, and smiling for the gram while doing it. And Angie? She doesn't need to yell or tweet. She's got decades of real work backing her up. Meanwhile, Blake's team is in DEFCON 1, watching her image implode as Hollywood whispers and the public roars. This line's not just a moment, it's a movement, and Blake's scrambling to survive the fallout. Stay locked in, because this drama's got more twists than a soap opera.
And Blake decided to get married at the Boone Plantation in South Carolina. That's where they got married. There's no slaves in that plantation right now, but you know, it was all about history, the braids. Were there ever slaves here? Did bad stuff happen here? How dare you get married here?
And the only reason that they donated this money is because after multiple times, after year, they had been getting slammed and receiving so much backlash for their plantation wedding.
Hold up, because Time magazine just dropped a bombshell so wild it's got the internet in a frenzy. Blake Lively, yes, Gossip Girl Blake, somehow snagged a spot on the 2025 100 Most Influential People list, and the world is screaming, what? This isn't just a head-scratcher, it's a full-blown scandal. Critics are torching Time, calling Blake's inclusion disgusting and embarrassing. And trust us, they're not holding back. Placed next to legit icons like Serena, Williams, and Simone Biles? Girl, please! Blake's biggest contribution is a plantation wedding and some pastel Instagram posts, not world-changing impact.
What happened in 2019 was that Blake and Ryan were once again in desperate need of good PR. And I will say this time it wasn't their fault.
The public's outraged, with X lighting up like a Christmas tree, posts screaming "Blake Lively? Seriously?" rack up thousands of likes in minutes. Headlines are ruthless. Lively slammed for shameless Time's 100th spot, and Time's list is a joke. The tea? Everyone's calling it pay for play, whispering that Blake's team bought her way onto this list with a fat check and some PR magic. Comment sections are a battlefield, with fans yelling, "She's no Titan, she's a fraud," compared to Biles' Olympic grit or Williams' cultural dominance. Time's decision is getting dragged harder than a bad Met Gala look, with blogs and influencers piling on. This is an insult to real trailblazers. Even casual viewers are side-eyeing, asking, "What's next? Her dog makes the list?" The backlash is so fierce it's trending globally, with memes roasting Blake's influence as nothing but smoke and mirrors. Her team's in damage control, but the damage is done. Hollywood's laughing, the public's fuming, and Blake's Titan title is crumbling faster than her reputation. Keep watching, because this mess is only getting messier.
It is a myth that rape is an inevitable part of conflict.
Buckle up, because Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just stepped into a scandal so tone-deaf it's got the internet screaming. Back in 2012, these two said "I do" at Boone Hall, a South Carolina plantation. Yep, a literal former slave plantation, and the backlash is still burning hotter than a summer wildfire. Choosing a venue soaked in the blood and tears of enslaved people for their fairy tale wedding, it's not just a bad look, it's a moral train wreck. Critics slammed the couple for romanticizing a site tied to unspeakable human suffering, calling it a masterclass in privilege and ignorance. The internet? It erupted. X posts roared. A plantation wedding? Are you kidding? With memes tearing into their happily ever after vibes. For years, the outrage festered. Every anniversary, like clockwork, hashtags like Dr. Blake Plantation trended, dragging them for their cluelessness. Fast forward to 2020, and after relentless heat, Blake and Ryan finally coughed up an apology, paired with a donation to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. But here's the tea. Reports can't even agree on the amount. Some say $200, others claim $2 million. Sounds generous, right? Wrong. Critics smelled a rat, calling it a blatant PR stunt to douse the flames. Not a shred of genuine remorse. They threw money at it like it's a parking ticket. One viral post fumed. The donation's sketchy details only fueled the fire. Why the secrecy? Why the range? Even the NAACP couldn't save their image when ex-users screamed, "You can't buy forgiveness for a slavery-themed wedding!" The controversy's a permanent stain, with every Blake misstep bringing it back like a bad sequel. In 2018, Ryan tried tweeting "Wakanda forever" to seem woke, and the internet clapped back hard. "Didn't you get married on a plantation, bro?" Ouch. This isn't just a scandal, it's a legacy of bad choices, and the public's not letting it slide. Blake's team is sweating, but no amount of spin can whitewash this mess. Stay tuned, because this drama's got more layers than their wedding cake.
And people were outraged. And I'm not kidding, I'm showing you this headline from NBC News. It says, "Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively apologize for plantation wedding." Now, this is published in 2020.
She has a history of weird, kind of racist things.
It's super expensive as well, horrible clothing, and it's another proof that Blake Lively, first of all, doesn't have any sense of fashion, and she would wear plantation fashion.
Oh, Blake Lively, you've done it again. In 2025, she struts into an interview gushing about her real-life jeans from Magnolia Pearl. And boom! The internet explodes into a firestorm of fury. Why? Because Magnolia Pearl is the brand. That thought, a plantation core fashion line, yep, clothes glorifying the slavery-soaked South, was a cute idea. Cue the collective scream across X, where screenshots of their tone-deaf campaign spread like wildfire. One viral comment nails it. Aesthetic racism for the rich. Blake's glowing endorsement. It's like she's twirling in a minefield, blindfolded, while the world watches in horror. This isn't just a fashion faux pas, it's a credibility crash. Social media's a battlefield, with users posting, "Plantation jeans? Blake, are you serious?" and memes roasting her for cosplaying oppression in $500 denim. The brand's history, already shady for its poverty core vibes, gets dragged hard with critics yelling, "Who greenlit this?" Blake's choice to hype Magnolia Pearl, especially after her plantation wedding scandal, paints her as clueless at best, callous at worst. X erupts with hashtags like #BlakeFiasco, racking up thousands of retweets as influencers and fans alike scream, "She's learned nothing!" Her defenders? Nowhere to be found. The fallout's brutal. Fashion blogs ditch her, stylists wince, and her relatable image? It's in tatters, shredded worse than those overpriced jeans. This is peak Blake, doubling down on insensitivity while the world begs her to read the room. Magnolia Pearl's Southern charm aesthetic, tied to a legacy of pain, isn't just controversial, it's a slap in the face, and Blake's all smiles wearing it. The internet's not letting this slide, with one post summing it up. She's out here styling trauma like it's vintage Chanel. Her team's in panic mode, but no PR spin can unstitch this mess. Grab your tea because this scandal's serving drama hotter than a southern summer.
But her and Ryan apparently gave a bunch of money to NAACP's Legal Defense and Educational Fund.
I just really loved those patchwork like jeans that you have.
Magnolia Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my real life jeans.
Yes.
And calling her a titan. A titan is defined by a person of very great strength, intellect, or importance.
Buckle up, because Blake Lively just got caught red-handed in a scandal so shameless, it's got the internet in a chokehold. Her homebound campaign, think soft voiceovers, pastel vibes, and I care aesthetics, was supposed to be her big humanitarian glow-up. But plot twist, it's a blatant ripoff of Angelina Jolie's 2019 UNHCR initiative. We're talking word-for-word theft, with Blake's tagline, "Rebuilding what's been broken one voice at a time," lifted straight from Angie's playbook. And it gets worse. She even used a village Jolie's been quietly funding for 6 years as her personal photo op backdrop, strutting in with her glam squad like she invented empathy. The audacity? Olympic level. X explodes with receipts, as fans post side-by-side comparisons screaming, "This isn't homage, it's highway robbery." A leaked UN email spills the tea. Angelina's livid, with a press officer writing, "Ms. Jolie is understandably distressed." Translation? Blake crossed a line, and Angie's not here for it. The internet's a war zone, with hashtags like "Not Blake stole it" trending faster than you can say copy-paste. Memes flood X, joking, "Blake's out here Ctrl+C, Ctrl+Ving." A legacy. Critics call it philanthropy plagiarism, slamming her for hijacking Jolie's work without a shred of credit. Blake's team, in full panic mode. The homebound site, poof, gone. Instagram posts, deleted. Those glossy videos, vanished like they never existed. But the internet never forgets, and screenshots are circling like sharks. If you're innocent, why nuke your whole campaign? One viral post demands. This isn't just shady, it's a masterclass in hubris, with Blake thinking she could swipe Angie's blueprint and bask in the applause. Instead, she's drowning in backlash, with fans yelling, "You can't steal a legacy and call it charity." Hollywood's side-eyeing, the UN's fuming, and Blake's do-gooder mask is crumbling fast. Stay glued, because this drama's hotter than a stolen spotlight.
And they clearly ignored it. In fact, Blake has a history of romanticizing the Deep South with her weird blueberry muffins that she did. She has a history of weird kind of racist things.
She was listed between Serena Williams and Simone Biles, and what they say about her is that she is a civil rights leader, which is so offensive.
Hey, do you want this picture? And you can go over there and get her signature on it, and then you maybe can sell it on eBay and make $25.
Get ready, because Blake Lively's getting iced out by Hollywood in a takedown so cold, it's giving frostbite. The A-listers are done with her, and they're not shouting it. They're ghosting her with surgical precision. Florence Pugh and Charlize Theron, they hit that unfollow button on X faster than you can say career suicide. Emma Watson and Lupita Nyong'o right behind them, dipping out like Blake's a bad vibe at a gala. This isn't just a snub, it's a full-blown exodus, and the internet's eating it up. X is buzzing, with fans screaming, "Hollywood's canceling Blake," as screenshots of those empty following lists go viral. Then Natalie Portman slides in with a dagger of her own, posting, "Legacy isn't about being seen, it's about what remains." Ouch, that's not a quote, it's a eulogy. And everyone knows it's Team Jolie. The real gut punch? A leaked photo from a swanky UNHCR gala that's got X in a frenzy. Picture this. Angelina Jolie and Amal Clooney, deep in convo, radiating power, while Blake, she's in the background, alone, looking like a wedding crasher who lost her invite. The caption, "The room knows." That pic's racked up 30,000 reposts in 48 hours, with comments like, "Blake's not the main character anymore." Hollywood's rejection isn't loud. It's deafeningly silent. No tweets, no drama, just a collective cold shoulder that screams, "You're out." By April, it's a ghost town. More stars ditch her and invite stop coming. Blake's tapazits, clapping for herself, but the industry's done playing her game. Meanwhile, Angie's chilling, her legacy untouchable, letting Blake's fall speak for itself. This is cancellation done Hollywood style, brutal, strategic, and final. Stick around, because this tea's too hot to miss.
And as we know, Blake Lively did never wear that lady pool suit. So this is the stunt woman who pretended to be Blake Lively in the Deadpool movie. And she's signing it, smiling for another movie she is promoting.
We're being called racist. What do? Well, we're rich. We're fabulously rich. We have money. And so they contacted the NAACP and wrote them a big check. Okay, that's what happened.
And the reality is, they did give $2 million to fund social justice initiatives with the NIC. I guess after that donation, they were pressed up to give more. And so they both each gave $1 million each.
Oh, Blake Lively, you've outdone yourself with a stunt so cringe it's got the internet gagging. Picture this, the 2025 premiere of A Simple Favor. Blake's drowning in a PR nightmare thanks to juicy legal drama with Justin Baldoni, and she's desperate to claw back some love. Her big plan? Playing the relatable queen by signing photos at the red carpet. But hold up, these aren't just any photos. She's autographing pics of Lady Deadpool from Deadpool, a role she never played. That's right, she's Sharpie. In hand, grinning like she's Mother Teresa, claiming credit for her stunt double's work. The audacity! X lights up like a fireworks show, with fans screaming, "Blake's signing fake autographs!" Memes flood the platform, one calling her the queen of cosplaying someone else's hustle. This isn't just a misstep, it's a full-on faceplant into Desperation Town. Blake, who's dodged fans for years like they're serving subpoenas, suddenly wants to be their BFF. The internet's not buying it, roasting her for handing out fake signatures like Halloween candy. Posts pile up, with one viral thread joking she's signing stunt double pics to sell on eBay for $25. The backlash is brutal. Critics call it a pathetic PR stunt to patch up her crumbling image, especially with the Baldoni mess blowing up. This is peak Blake, one ex-user fumes, faking it for clout while her career's on life support. Her history of sprinting past fans only makes this faker-than-fake moment hit harder. The crowd's yelling, "Girl, you've had a megaphone." Since Gossip Girl, don't act like you're suddenly for the people. Her team's in a war room, probably sweating bullets, but no spin can save this. A clip of her saying, "I finally have a voice," gets ratioed into oblivion, with comments like, "A voice? You've had Vogue spreads and Chanel deals for decades. This isn't relatability, it's a circus act, and the audience is booing." The internet's dragging her authenticity to the dumpster, with hashtags like "Na Blake fraud" trending worldwide. Hollywood's watching, and even her diehard stans are cringing. This is Blake's brand now. All performance, zero substance, and the world's calling her bluff. Grab your popcorn, because this disaster's got more flops to come.
100 of this year as a Titan for a donation they made that they were using to cover their own racism, and now they're suddenly 6 years later a Titan of the year. She's here because she made a contribution of $200,000 to the NAACP legal defense fund, amid criticism for previously having their wedding on a former plantation.
Blake was like, "Oh, they're from Magnolia Pearl," which is a very controversial fashion brand. From the people I've seen that's done research on this brand, it's called the Plantation fashion brand.
I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. Magnolia Pearl released a Plantation line.
Hold the phone, because Blake Lively's team just pulled off a cyber heist so slick it's got the internet in a frenzy. Caught in a storm of scandals, think Plantation Wedding and that plagiarized Homebound campaign, Blake's PR squad went full mission, impossible to bleach her digital footprint. We're talking a full-scale scrub of the internet, wiping out anything that screams problematic. From 2018 to 2022, Reddit threads? Locked. Screenshots of her shady past? Poof, gone. Critical X posts? Buried under 6 layers of algorithmic fairy dust. This isn't just damage control, it's a digital crime scene, and the internet's calling it reputation laundering. Whispers point to a PR fixer like Jed Wallace, a master at making scandals vanish like they never happened. Blake's timeline, it's cleaner than a L'Oreal ad, sparkling with pastel empowerment posts pinned like sacred relics. But here's the tea, this glow-up screams guilt. Ex-users are livid, posting, "Innocent people don't nuke their history." Hashtags like our Blake cover-up trend faster than a viral TikTok, with sleuths digging up archived receipts that refuse to die. Her plantation wedding trended every year, one post screams. Now it's user not found? Suspicious. The Homebound campaign, stolen from Angelina Jolie's UNHCR work, vanished overnight, with its website, videos, and Insta posts erased like a bad dream. But the internet's a graveyard that never forgets, and screenshots are circling like vultures. This is digital witness tampering, a viral thread declares, racking up thousands of reposts. Critics are tearing into Blake's team for treating scandals like SEO problems, burying the truth under fluff while her "I'm a Titan" narrative crumbles. The backlash is wild. Fans yell, "You can't delete a plantation wedding," while memes mock her as Photoshop philanthropy Barbie. Even casual scrollers smell the smoke, with one ex-post nailing it. Her past isn't gone, it's just got a PR firewall. Blake's squad thought they could outsmart the web, but the web's fighting back and it's messy. Hollywood's watching, and this cover-up's only digging her deeper. Stay tuned, because this digital dumpster fire's just getting started.
We'll probably never see again, and for her to be included is disgusting. But we know it's pay for play. People are researching how much it costs to actually be included in this.
That seems unlike them. They would, keep donating money to make themselves worthy. This whole thing is just shocking to me. It's shocking to me.
Get ready to stan, because Angelina Jolie is serving legacy so ironclad, it makes Blake Lively's stumbles look like a cheap knockoff. While Blake's drowning in pastel PR flops, Angie's been out here changing the world for over 2 decades. And the contrast is straight up embarrassing. We're talking 60 UN field missions, 60, where she's walked into literal war zones like Syria, Cambodia, and Congo, not for photo ops, but to fight for real change. She's founded legal aid programs for refugee kids, giving them a shot at justice while Blake's posing in plantation. Jeans. Oh, and let's not forget, Angie's got the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award on her shelf, a nod to her relentless work for the voiceless. Her advocacy for sexual violence survivors, it's moved legislation, people. She's testifying at the UN, not just dropping filtered tears for the gram. X is buzzing, with fans screaming, "Angelina's the real Titan," as posts compare. Her grit to Blake's philanthropy cosplay. Angie's been in the trenches while Blake's front row at Fashion Week, and the internet's eating it up. Jolie's out here saving lives, Blake's saving face. One viral meme roars, racking up thousands of likes. Post-scandal, Angie's silence is louder than any clapback. No tweets, no notes app apologies, just pure, unbothered confidence in a legacy that speaks for itself. Meanwhile, Blake's scrambling to scrub her scandals, and the contrast is brutal. Users are obsessed, posting, "Angie doesn't need to flex, her receipts are a novel." Her work in trauma centers, her push for refugee rights, it's raw, real, and untouchable, making Blake's stolen taglines and fake fan moments look like a bad TikTok skit. Hollywood's bowing down, with stars like Natalie Portman and Amal, Clooney vibing in her orbit, while Blake's left in the cold. The internet's calling it, Angelina's legacy is a fortress, Blake's is a house of cards. This isn't just a flex, it's a masterclass in authenticity, and Angie's teaching it without saying a word. Buckle up, because this queen's reign is unstoppable, and Blake's learning that the hard way.
She received glowing tribute inside the magazine from civil rights attorney Sherilyn Eiffel, which, shame on you, Sherilyn. And if she's part of NAACP, it makes sense to me.
The funniest thing is that the reason why Blake Lively is on this list is basically because she's a philanthropist, and she gave, I think it was $2 million. There's different numbers everywhere. Somewhere it said only $200,000. They have so much money. So giving away $2 million is like pocket money for them. It's nothing.
And there you have it, the scandal that rocked Hollywood. Blake Lively's world imploded under Angelina Jolie's razor-sharp takedown, exposing her plantation wedding shame, stolen UNHCR campaign, and those cringe Magnolia Pearl jeans as a masterclass in tone-deaf privilege. From fake Lady Deadpool autographs to scrubbing the internet like a digital fugitive, Blake's desperate PR stunts couldn't outrun the truth. Meanwhile, Angie's untouchable legacy, 60 UN missions, refugee advocacy, and 0 apologies left Blake's pastel empire in ashes. Hollywood's unfollowed her, X is roasting her, and Time's Titan label? It's a punchline. But here's the fortune cookie twist. Is Blake's downfall just bad choices, or is she a symptom of a fame machine that rewards optics over substance? Drop your take below, smash that subscribe button, because next we're diving into another A-list clash that'll make this look tame. Stay tuned, this tea's still brewing.